Welcome to my first vegetable garden. For 2015, if you've been watching my videos, I've shown you how to set up grow light closets, how deep you may plant tomato seeds, talked about bottom watering, potting mixes, all that kind of stuff. And now we're at the point, it's February 1st, to really start with planting. I'm not going to talk about vegetable seeds today, but you can plant bulbs indoors. You can use different containers. These are containers that are recycled. My neighbors all know that I garden. For the last years I've been telling them, whenever you buy flowers, please drop off your containers. And I have literally hundreds of them. These containers are perfect for starting flower bulbs. These are alliums, and these are tritelia, I believe is how you say it. I like the alliums for the colors, and I do like purple perennials, purple bulbs, and just purple flowers in my garden. You can buy a kit like this. You need at least, containers are at 3 inches deep. I think most of these always talk about planting at 3 or 4 inches deep. You don't have to follow the exact directions when you're planting in containers indoors. I think this costs about $4.50. This is one way you could do it. Or you could use recycled containers, which is what I'm going to do today. You can also buy peat pots and plant them in there. I don't like these so much indoors because when they sit in the trays, they do absorb water, but the outside always stays wet, and I always get mold and algae growing on there. It doesn't hurt the plants, I just don't like it. So to set it up, you just have to go to the stores. These are from Big Lots. I think this is 10 bulbs for $3. That's pretty inexpensive. Just look around. You want to keep your information so you know what you're planting and have an idea what it's going to look like. I know after months go by or weeks go by, I forget what I've planted. But when you take the bulbs out, the first thing you want to look for is healthy bulbs, and just squeeze them. They should be firm, not breaking apart. That one's breaking a little bit. But you're really looking for ones that are hollow. That one's totally dry, that's probably dead. Sometimes they'll feel like raisins. Sometimes they're starting to bloom like this one. You just want to make sure that they're mostly firm. Anything that is super dry and just crumbles, get rid of. Anything that feels like a raisin, get rid of. It's not going to be healthy. So you're going to do 1 bulb per cup. These actually call for planting them 4 inches deep. This is about a 4-inch cup. These might be 3.5-inch cups. Either way, soil to about here, so that you know the roots can form around there, even about there. And you're going to cover it with maybe 2 inches of soil. It doesn't have to be 4 inches below. You're planting them indoors. Sometimes the depth that you plant them outside is to protect them from frost and cold. You don't have to worry about that indoors. So you drop in pre-moistened starting mix. And you do want to press it down. You don't want it to be really loose. You want to press it down, feel where it's at. Pressing it down just gives it more density, better for the bulb roots. And that's all it looks like, just like that. Drop in the bulb. Make sure it sits in the center, press it in a little bit. And then just cover it with the soil. You don't have to press it down as much, but you want it to be firm. And you know, and I would do 10 of these. And the reason you want to do this is because you will get them started sooner. You'll be able to identify which ones don't bloom, so you'll know what you're putting in the garden is actually going to flower. And you're going to get flowers a lot sooner. Let me just do one of the tritelia. Actually, this one says the same thing, except this one says 3 inches deep. So open them up, and for $6 I'm getting 20 flower bulbs that will attract beneficial insects to my garden. They'll look great, and they'll bloom in between my annuals and my perennials. So these are all nice and firm. So that's all you're looking for planting. And again, let me bring the soil back up. Just going to pack it in. Make a nice planting base about to there. Press in the bulb, and you can usually tell the root side is that it's flat. Sometimes there's little hairs on it, and where the shoot comes out is usually pointed, somewhat like an onion. But just press it in there. Drop the starting mix on, and you're good to go. Now, when do you start these? You want to start them about 6 or 8 weeks before the last frost in your area. You can let them grow longer. You can just move them into bigger containers if you want. They'll grow really well in here. But about 6 to 8 weeks before the last frost date in your area, once these are up, the ground's warm enough, the days are warm enough, just put these right in the ground. You'll get flowers 6 or 8 weeks sooner. Hope you enjoyed the video. This gives you an idea how to inexpensively really start bulbs indoors and bring flowers to your garden. Please check out my blog at www.therustedgarden.blogspot.com and also check out my YouTube videos. Thanks.